Hey guys, how's it going? April 7th, 2023. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I was trying to figure out, I was playing around with ports the other day and trying to get my web camera set up. And then I noticed well, that's interesting how that would make a noise. A little bizarre. Well, hopefully I just didn't knock out my audio. Oh boy. Did I just knock out my audio? I probably did. Let me just test that. If I knocked out my audio, I'm not going to be happy. Doesn't that make a noise? I think it's supposed to make a noise. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Jesus, Murphy. Yeah, this thing isn't making anything. Desktop audio. So why would the audio suddenly go? Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here. Okay, playback. Speakers, 2 USB, da 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 da. Well, let's just try something here. Because I think it just knocked out my audio. It's gone to my 2 USB advanced audio device. Okay, let's try this. I'll minimize that for a second. Ah, shoot, I need that. Alright. Nope, wrong one. I'm not getting anything right now. What is going on? Well, let's just try this and see what happens. So as we start out by this, I might as well show you this part. Hopefully hopefully I get the sound. Mojave Sub Trona and Oak Creek is what I'm using. Mojave Sub Mojave Yard is where I'm going. Now I don't have audio. I did something with it. I've I got HDMI 1 on right now. I was playing around with recording. I wasn't playing around with the audio. Okay, just give me a second. Something happened. I don't think that's supposed to be my default. NVIDIA high definition audio. I think that's supposed to be the default. Okay. Now let's see. So go Mojave, Trona. There we go. So why didn't desktop audio pop up when I did that? See, my desktop audio is dead right now. Okay, now that's up. Okay, well, as long as I got something fluttering there. You go one more time. So we want to go with Trona, Mojave. I think that works out okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let me check YouTube on there. Let me take the control panel out of here. Oh, thanks. How's it going? Thanks for hanging in there for 7 minutes of technical difficulties, but... Okay, so what I am going to be doing, and what we've talked about doing a little bit on my channel. I was supposed to do this last Saturday, and I forget what the hell happened last Saturday, but it just didn't work out. But today, my son's upstairs. Plenty of Fish wasn't working too well for me, so I just said, screw it. I'm going to do my own thing today. At least get it started again. So, what we want to do, first of all, it's set to the current day. For me personally, I want to have the date and time brought back to midnight. So, you can see the stars. We'll take it right to the... There we go. Alright. This makes it a little bit easier for seeing what we want to be doing. Now, a few things that we do not want. In AI traffic generation, which is already disabled, that's what we want. We're not using the random AI system in this. I'm going to be spawning everything. So I've got Mojave, I've got so where the trains are going to go now. They're going to spawn, they're going to do their thing, they're going to just, they're going to take off here, and that's fine with me. Generally speaking, the spawn points are going to be the safe sidings. That's an automatic thing. So they're going to come into the sidings, like Seiko here is 8500. I think it comes down to Gomez or something like that. I don't mind starting at the first signal or the first approach signal possibly and seeing how that goes. This I might even have to start on the main, but I'm not positive on that yet. I think a train can spawn on the main and still go through the signal, if I recall. If I want to bring anything from down here, which I may. um, but that remains to be seen. And then down this way, uh, you want to make sure that you have the ability to exit. So the good part about this is I believe everything will exit. So if we were to go to, say, Hinckley, which isn't going to show much, but it's a little bit dark right now. But so if we were to follow Hinckley, there's that last signal right there. All right. Wow, the moonlight's actually almost as brighter. So I don't know how much room there is between Hinckley and that approach signal. There may not be much. I may want to go ahead and create a spawn point in the siding, considering there's not that much there anyways. Which there might already be one. I'm not too sure if there is or not, but if there isn't, we're going to put one in there. So that's going to be. So we're gonna have train spawn points. Definitely Hinckley, up by Highlands, another one. Let me just take a look there. Oops. And yeah, I know it's dark, but it is what it is. Okay, so he comes around the corner here. Don't know how much room he's got. Yeah, that's it. He doesn't even have a signal. Does he get a signal going the other way? I assume he does, but it'd be kind of stupid if he didn't. Because I didn't even see a signal there. I imagine there would be. Highland. Oops. Now it's canceling out. There we go. Okay, so he does get. He gets a green signal, which is fine. There, we'll cancel that out. So when you go to AI traffic generation, you got the disabled here. Now you can use random AI to your, if you want. These are all about creating single player zones that you can manage, or small servers, which is probably going to be in the case for us. So I don't think I would do this in single player anymore. I haven't done Run8 for a little while. I was looking at it the other day. Had I think the last live stream was talking about it or whatever. But we're gonna go in and see what our spawn points are. Now all this probability stuff, this doesn't matter anymore. So none of that matters. These are our spawn points. And so we have Hodge as we have a Hodge manual siding. Well, Hodge manual, that's not here. So we're looking at look for Highland here, see if I do have a Highland. I don't even think I have one. Yep. Okay, Highland Manifest Main. So if I looked at yeah. So I got LLP 53. So if I want to run LLP 53 right out of the gate, I can. Now I gotta get used to all these again. So LOP53 has the sub 4 LOP53, I guess. Now, I guess it would have the stuff for Trona too. Which is kind of interesting because it would actually contain, like, I'm trying to remember where some of these industries are. It's going to take a while to get the use, and in fact, this isn't this isn't going very well because this is going to take a lot of setup as usual. But that's okay. We'll take it one step at a time. We got some time today, so this is all about setting up. So right now we want to see if that will spawn a train. We're not going to worry about the contents of it just yet. LLP53 doesn't go up the grade. It has UP power, SD40-2s. It's tagged for industries, which we just filtered to see what we have. Allow DPUs. And then we go ahead and we'll spawn it. So it said Highland Manifest. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it went down the main here. So at the moment it has everything for LOP53 industries, which is fine. I might get bigger units for these, because that train is just freaking huge. That's a lot of engines. I just might go with bigger units. So we know LLP53 is going to be Mojave Flyer. It's going to be all the stuff along the way. What I want to do now we don't have AI on or nothing. So it's not doing anything. The clock can run. Eventually we want to get the main lines start filtering into the system as well. But this is important because this is going to be our supply train for the entire switching district. I was going to have a train actually stop at Mojave and work, but I think it's better to actually bring the supply train in. Personally, I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. Trona, I might spawn some power in at Trona, or I may bring it along with this one. We'll see. So if I go into the industry list, and I haven't done this yet, but if I go in like one by one, I start seeing the various industries. Now, I don't know where some of these are. LS9. Okay, so that sounds like. Oh, okay. Let's try not to overdo it here. So we know it spawns a train. That's fine. Since at about 11, we're 11 o'clock in, or 11 minutes in, I should say. we want to start spawning traffic while we're doing this. Oh, you're welcome. Glad to help. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay too. I imagine you can. The microphone's not in the place that I'd normally like to have it. But let's go in. And I'm going to go ahead to... There it is right there. This is from Run8 Depot. Okay. So the way the switching districts work, if you're new to all this and what the hell this all means, we have Lone Pine. I purchased it, so I have all the industries that do make up Lone Pine. I thought we had an industry list where it showed you where every industry was. I think we do. In fact, I think Depot might have it. So we can always try that out too. So let's do that. Let's see what they have. They may have a list already. Downloads. Config files, no. Reference. Tutorial video, no. Train forms, no. Signal rules, engine calculator, destination tags. We'll take a look at that. Or we can even go with train symbols. I'll go with destination tags first. So we'll go Southern California. Okay, those are the humps. Yeah. Wish I could filter it a little bit more, but that's okay. Oh, sort by local. Sort by customer. Okay, that's okay. Actually, I prefer that anyways. Sort by customer. Okay, yeah, we're going to sort by local. And then we're going to see what's going on. So serve by Kingman. We don't do Kingman. We're not doing Amtrak. We're not doing Victorville. We're not doing Barstow. We're not doing BNSF Bakersfield. West Isle, Stoyle, Siding. I don't know. Bakersfield, Page. Okay, that's got nothing to do with us. So it tells you the various pages. BNSF Victorville, no. La Merida, no. At San Bernardino. San Bernardino, Bakersfield. Bakersfield sub page 3. No, we're not doing that. Okay, here we go. Barstow, no. BNSF Bakersfield, no. Calwa, no. Malabar, no. San Bernardino, LA Junction, no. Okay, here's Mojave. So see, now we're starting to see the locals. So you look at them and you see, okay, I've got stuff for 51, 53. Now we don't have to do West Colton. So we're looking at doing 51, 53. I forgot about 51. Yeah, this is the stuff that goes down to Oak Creek. So we wanna bring cars in for LOP 51 as well. Mojave page 14. What is that? Alpha Explosives, that sounds familiar. It says page 14, which is okay. Oh, I see. So that's on the way. Okay, so that is, so we want 51, 53, 82. So this is what we can do, right? We can go ahead and go back into that, filter it, 51, 53, 82. It's a nice list, that's for sure. Very helpful. UP Bakersfield, no. Yermo, no. Cyril's a yes. So now we want TRC. TRC is the other one we want. Okay. JR, no. Weeds, no. That's it. Okay, so that's all we're serving. Hey, Bob. So now when we see something like this spawn, this is what we're looking at. This is going to be our supply tray. Now, the question is, do we have enough traffic on that to warrant it? And what I mean by that is, do I need to bring in other trains that are going to somehow interchange with that? Now, I'm just going to take a look at page 14 here for a second. I think they have a unit train as well, so I may have gone a little too far. But then I know they do stuff, but I just don't know how much they do. See, they got these the coal unloading and the potash loading and all this other stuff in here, but I don't know if that is. Scott would know a little bit more about that than me. Because I don't know much about Trona. So I'm going to give him what little I have, and then we can modify that down the road. Let me just see what it looks like when I spawn this one. I'll just wait a second. Do I have... okay, I already got rid of it. Good. I think I'm going to go with... do I want to bring some Southern Pacific engines as well? I don't even have a Trona engines yet. Let me see here. BNSF Connor LCN. Seaboard, Run8 West. I think I'll stick with the SP engine, or the UP engines, I should say. And we'll go ahead and we will spawn that in, take a look at it. lot of stuff for Trona. What is LOP-82? Oh yeah, that's on the way. Alpha Explosives. See, now that's 6,152 feet, or 6,142 feet. I will have to ask about that. But at least now we've got, I'm not going to auto DS anything. I'm just going to put the symbol in there. It is LOP-53. Let me go into the, where's the front? This way? I can't remember. So there's another way to find out how much we really have to switch here for Mojave. I'll be familiar with that at least. Oh, that's the end. Okay. See, there's an interchange, but I'm not exactly sure what interchanges and where. I think maybe get closer. Oh, okay. Alright. So, if I go right control L, obviously I don't have any pickups, but that's not much. That's not much for Mojave at all. Or wait a minute, LLP-53 is all on the way, sorry. Okay, gotcha. Take a look at the map one more time. So that's Lone Pine. I want to see Mojave now. I want to see what we're coming up to here. Page 10, no, Palmdale cutoff. I don't want that. No, that's BNS. I should have seen that wherever I saw that. Okay, Palmdale cutoff, that's right. Okay. Oh, Vulcan materials. Really? I'm surprised. Plus it's got a different, that's the other thing, is it could have its own stupid train symbol. That's been known to happen. Let me go one more time to the depot. Run8, no. The depot server. And we go over to reference and blah, blah, blah. Train symbols. Okay, Southern California. So now I'll keep it under the industry. We'll go right to Vulcan and see what the hell is supposed to come in there. I'm got a weird feeling it's a unit train, but really, they don't even have Vulcan listed, which I find very strange. In fact, that's a unit train, and I don't know much about those. Okay, so let's go back one. Let's go into, that's destination tags. I'm going to go to reference again. I'm going to go with train symbols. Southern California. And I am going to look for Vulcan. I'll go so far as to do a search for VU. Okay. I'm not missing anything, am I? I'm hearing a lot of wee-hoos going on. Jays are playing tonight. Yeah, 9:38 tonight. All right. Just checking. I don't know what the wee-hoos are about. While I'm there, let me just take a look at Sun Valley. That's where they get their rocks from. Hmm. Okay. So I guess it's a unit train. Um, Now the question is there any other unit trains? I don't think there is. But I want to take a look at the map one more time. See, like I said, this is going to take a while. I knew this was going to happen. So I want to go back down to Trona for a second. And what I'll do is I'll change the symbols just to see what kind of train I really have. But that's okay without Vulcan. fact that there's only one car going to Monolith tells me this ain't good. So there's got to be more supplying that. And when you start getting into that, that means you get mainline trains that you either you have two options. You can create a train that switches the industries along the way. So in that case, if I was to go with, there's a lot of ways of doing it. So I think it was, I don't know what 51 is. 5182 Trona. So if I was to change the symbol for a second, right? And I go like that, and now I go to this. Seals Valley Mineral Potash Unit Train. I'm going to have to talk to Scott about that because he'll probably know more about that, but that sounds like to me that there's a unit train that goes to Trona. That could fix that. So I thought UP did an interchange, but maybe I'm thinking the unit train goes to Cyril's, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So if I was to put the TR, no. Or if I was to type in Trona, okay. They'll go to Cyril's yard though. The problem is one's a coal train and one's a unit train. And I can't differentiate it. Well, I can. There's ways around that too. Right now, everything for Trona is under one train. I'm not too sure the O means. I can still specify it as one train. So if I was to say, for example, if I was to take Trona out of this, let's go ahead and take Trona out of this. Now right away we got a train that's going down that way. Hang on a second. We do have a train that's going down that way though. So who serves that? There's another train that comes out of there. 408 Alpha Explosives. Okay. So he goes up to, oh, I see. So he comes up to Alpha Explosives. He probably doesn't go as far. And he just turns around and heads back to Mojave. which is interesting, I suppose. It could be combined with the other local that comes down here. Page 6. Yeah, so that's mile 382. So Progress Rail Chimera. That's already in the regular ones. 382. He's got to go all the way down to another 20 miles. So he doesn't quite make it to Cyril's. I guess the only trains that would come in here would be the unit trains. Which of course you can run, you can set up. Of course, trying to get yourself down there is a pain in the ass, but well, you can transport to the train. I wish they had the dispatch board. I wish they had little transport buttons. I don't think you can do that with an extra board, can you? Client, no, you can't do that. I could try it. Can though. Mojave's no, it's Trona. Trona plant waste. What the hell? Mojave Yard, UP Bakersfield. Oh, Lone Pine. Duh. Yeah, the train's still in there. Okay, cool. So then you set up you go extra board. You set up the switches the way you want. Then you're fine. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just going to have this old train or whatever the hell it is. What are you dinging? I don't remember hitting that. Check there. So OLB Long Beach, Trona. I'm still stuck in here. Well, here's another one. Is there another? I'll take Trona out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spawn. I don't know if I want to stick with these big ass engines or not. How much switching do I really have to do along the way for a mainline train? Okay, so don't have to worry about that. So SCE on the way in, Stock Building Supply USA Services on the way out. Up to page 6. All that's done. Yeah, so there's not too much. Apparently it goes all the way to Monolith, which surprised me. I didn't know it did that, but whatever. So it's the one that works the yard at Mojave. Then it goes up to Monolith. Okay, let's try this one. There we go. So it's got some 51, 53s on it. Alpha explosives on the back. Still a shitload of engines for some reason. Okay. So if I was to take that, oh, you actually do switch that? Mirror water, monolith, yeah, that's more like it. Chem tool, Nuclear Paramount, Chem tool, Progress rail. Okay, so there's another unit train. There's another unit train for Oak Creek. Actually, where is it? What is it? If that's 150, if it's 151, then what am I? Ah, okay. No, I'm not. What was the other? There was another one that I had. So 51, 53. Oh yeah, 82. I'm hoping 82 doesn't have just the one industry. Make it worthwhile. Just alpha explosives, really? I find that weird that they would have all those industries on 53. So, OLBTR, I might get away with creating a coal train for Trona. So let me see if I can do that then. Whoops, wrong. Okay, so add a train. Alright, let me spawn this one and see what it looks like. I don't see the coal train. So it's got 2 engines and just cars, so that's a neat one. That's because they're all empty. Okay. So that's an easy enough train. How much does that take up? 4,416 feet, not bad. And then if I go, whoops, hang on, relinquish that. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not going to have any stuff on it. So if I look at the stuff that's on it, there's like SVMP. I'd have to call TRC if I want to see what's on it. So if I change it to TRC, then I can take a look at the switch list. It doesn't have the coal train. But it definitely has coal trains. So if I was to do the coal train, is that something of a potash unit train? Okay. So that's coming from Utah. Well, that's a zip. What do I get a zip for? Where is that coming from again? No, that up too. Oh, I see. Oh, one's black and one's white. That don't matter. Note one, Savage Mine, Utah. Oh, I see. I would imagine that would take the Mojave sub trachytrites, BNSF Mojave sub. That'd be my guess. I could be wrong about that. I just don't see it. Why? No, I wouldn't go down all the way to Silverwood. That makes no sense. Would have to come this way. Hmm. Well, I'll find out more about that later. Okay. So that's cool. So I think we're set up for the 2 trains. Oh, there's Scott. Here's Scott. Sadly, missed startup. Had taken off to have the car looked in. So Scott, we were looking here. I guess I'm kind of off here on as far as with Trona Industries. So I'm still trying to set this up, and what I've got right now is LOP53. I don't have the coal train yet. I think I'll add that, because I imagine there's the coal train wouldn't come through here anyways. It would come through. I was just looking at where Savage Mine was coming off Utah, and that's going to come off of through Yermo, so that means it's going to take BNSF Mojave sub over. So I imagine there's going to be 3 trains that are going to be coming down. Actually, 2. This guy here is going to come to you. What's a little weird is when I filter this out, there's one industry called Alpha Explosives that isn't too far from Cyril's, but it's on UP territory, so I imagine that's something, and it's the only industry. Everything else around Mojave is LOP53, no matter what. I think LOP53 is the name of the train that comes from, or the Mojave Flyer. I think that's the one that actually comes to Mojave. And whatever the hell the symbols are from Mojave, I have no freaking clue, but it's been a while. I thought there was different different symbols. Oh yeah, there's another one too. There's LOP51, which is the stuff that goes down to Oak Creek. So everything that you get, from what I can tell, is just TRC. Oh, there's a Cyril's Yard one too. I didn't even see that. What the hell's at the yard? Oh, I better check that out. That wasn't on the list of potential industries. Who the hell would that be? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna add that. I don't think there's any other ones. Okay. I don't see it even spawning anything for Cyril's yard. What the hell is that? There's not even an industry there. As far as I know, TRC gives you everything. This is the other one, LO82 or whatever the hell it was. So, if I'm to understand this correctly, I would have 3 trains coming to you, or 2 trains coming to you. I'd have the coal train, which is Savage Mine, Utah, to Trona. That would also go into Cyril's yard. This one would go into Cyril's yard, if I understand Trona correctly. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Savage Mine one. But the other one comes, this one here does come from LA. Or that's the Savage Mine one, I'm sorry. Well, why do I have the Savage Mine one in here? Or SVMP. Is SVMP the name of an industry? So this comes from Long Beach to Trona. So I tagged it. Oh, I see. So Cyril's yard I can get out of there. But if I do that again, let me just see that for a minute. Does that stand for Savage Mine? They wouldn't be regular hoppers. We're talking coal. There's a coal train. SVM. No, Seals Valerie. Okay, minerals. Okay. I think I get that now. I thought it was Savage Mine for a minute. I know there's a coal train that goes through Savage Mine too. So this one, this O train, I guess, would be just. I assume it's the O train. I don't know. I don't know what else an O train does, to be quite honest. Oh, confirm resubmission. No way. Really? Alright. So these are the trains that are showing up. So there's a unit train from Long Beach. Which is what I called that one. So all the stuff out of Trona goes to Long Beach. With the exception of the empty coal cars, which would go back to oh, that was Skyline Mine, not Savage Mine. Uh-oh. Well, it's coming from the same way. Savage, Skyline. That was savage, but Skyline Mine, Utah. I think that was in the map, anyways. Yeah. That's Traver, California. Okay. So if I look at the maps again, I've already killed one of them. Ah, who cares? Okay. Well, that's taken forever. Which is what I was afraid of. Okay. That's all I wanted to see for that. So that's the hopper then. Yeah. So the coal train. So the coal train would come from the Barstow area off of through Yermo actually. It would actually spawn in ours, just on the BNSF Mojave sub. The other one would go UP Mojave sub, just outside of home map there. So, all right. So I could do that real quick then. CSKTR, I think was the name. What's weird is LOP53 basically supplies the whole Mojave sub and everything around it, which I find kind of weird. I think this thing would work on its way coming in and then do work. It might go out to Mojave, but I don't know. Let me just see here. Wow, we're already an hour in. This is crazy. Lenwood? Was it Lenwood that I was thinking of? Hinckley. I don't have one at Hinckley. Alright, so we'll do that. If I remember how the hell to do it. Copy player train. I forget how to do this now. Oh, I remember now. Okay, freight locos. So you take a freight loco, we can do anything, it doesn't really matter. Place spawn point. Keep it far enough back so we can read the signal. Oh shit, what's it called? Hinckley, Maine. I don't know if it did it or not. Okay, now it saved it. I gotta load it up again. Yeah. Well, nothing was running anyways, so that works out real well. There's Hinkley. So when I go into what I have for, is it unit Bethgon coal or is it something else? Domestic containers. Unit coal or unit Bethgon? I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. I don't know what it would be. I would imagine it's unit coal. I like the Bethgons, but so I can only pick one or the other. So, um, see, I don't even know which ones I have right now, but I'll include them all for now. I guess it does include. Oh, it does include all the new ones too. Um, I don't even know what I call that industry. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So we got that in. So that should, that's all that comes up is those two trains. I take it, Scott. And they all go to the interchange yard there at Cyril's, and then you take over. It's almost 4 o'clock, huh? Jesus. Actually. So there's coal loading. Which I don't know where the coal loading would be. Because I'm not too sure where I am right now in relation. Okay. I think I'm in one of those. Let me see that again. Oh, okay, there's the loop. Where's the coal thingamajiggy loader here? Somewhere around here. Yeah, one's coal loading, one's potash loading. Oh, here we go. So you gonna unload these one at a time, Scott? I guess it would be SVM is the tag I'd be using. Yeah, because that train there is... Well, there's an acid tank car. Okay. Alright, so this one here is... SVM then. I don't think I want a mid-train. Okay. Well, then that should be fine. So I guess what you have to do, if I'm not mistaken, is you have to load those one by one as they're going through. Or you just load a bunch of them, or I don't know how the hell that works. With the time and everything. I would just manually load them. Or unload them, I should say. Be done with it. Or stand there and just click on unload as it's going by slowly. I think I used to do that. Because I don't think the industry itself does it. I plan on doing something similar to over at Oak Creek where I can, at least. If it takes a long time. I think some of them are smaller sidings or whatever, but... anyways. So, yeah, that's how you get the spawn points in. At least everything for that. Where'd my train go? Did I delete it? I guess I did. So I'm going to have to populate this territory as well pretty soon. Let me go back to Mojave where there's familiarity, a little bit of more familiarity for me anyways. So I'm going to go back into my sheets. Ugh, get out of there. Got it. Okay, that's passenger schedules. I don't need that. I'll probably, those are old. Now this doesn't have times, I don't think. No. So we don't have to worry about BNSF, Hobart, any of that stuff. We're not going to be doing... So there's the Sky Mine. Trona 1. I thought I had one that actually showed times. New schedule. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, just to see what kind of particulars they got on this, and then we will try to take it from there, I guess. So if I go, okay, I'll go SKTR, which I don't have any. Okay. don't really see LOP 53 on here. I see BNSF UP trains, so that's good. Nothing for Mojave. I'm looking at this and I don't see anything in the area. Fresno, okay. All right, let me just check Mojave real quick. See, that's where I don't want to get into, is having extra trains working Mojave. Oops. What are the two trains? There's Long Beach Trona. So that doesn't even have all the trains in it. Ugh. If I'm not mistaken, this is from the Southwest server. They took out a lot of trains to try to control the amount, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what. I see. Okay, so I see a 2020 schedule. I see a new schedule. I don't know what the difference is here. Okay, 2020 schedule. No, we were already in it. We were under new schedule. Long Beach Trona. Nope. SKTR. I thought we saw SKTR somewhere, but I guess it's not on here. Well, see, now I want a train list. I wanted to get a realistic train list for mainline trains, but I'm starting to think that I don't want to spawn. I just don't want to spawn random trains. It might be the easiest way to do it, just to get things going, and then I can always, as long as I have, as long as I have the stuff that's needed to service the locals, then perhaps that's okay. But I don't think I'm going to start that this afternoon. I used to have a good list, and I don't know what happened to it. It was a really good list of train times, but I don't know if they were all the train times. Okay, let's get out of that there for a second. See what else I have. Oh God, what is that? Let's try this one more time. This is what I wanted to get to. My Mojave? I don't know what the hell that is. This is just vehicles. Oh, wait a minute. Frequency issues. What's interesting is I've got some that are hidden and some that aren't. I just put on hide rows, and it's not letting me do it. Alright, well, we'll do it that way then. I call it a Tehachapi turn. Not really. I think this looks ultra old. This doesn't have even majority of them. His list is better. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. What's interesting is I have a length in HP, which is really goofy. I don't like that one at all. So what do you have besides Trona set up, Scott? Or is that all you were running? Because I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to run the actual mainline trains as well. I'm fine with the locals. I think we got that sorted out. So there's two trains. We've got the that's Hinkley. Okay. That's Highland. Yeah, I want Highland. That's a coal train from Hinkley. What the hell happened to my train now? I can't even find it. Seiko. Oh my god. What is the train that I am doing here? Or am I into something else? It's not Seiko. It's Highland. It's not Hodge. Hinkley. Oh, Hinkley. Just Hinkley. No, that's the. It's not. It's Highland and Hinkley. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. It's this one right here. I gotta think of some names here or something that's going to. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll just put this to here. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna try to spawn. I'd rather get a scheduled train and just spawn them on a schedule. It's so much easier. Might go through my TD3 list as well if I can find it. That might be the best way to go about doing it now that I think about it. So if I go through here, there we go. So I got LOP 53, which is going to be my supply train for all the industries in the Mojave area, the Mojave Flyer. And then this is the train. So just SVMP, SVRMP, SVMU, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what SVM is. It's the odd acid train that gets thrown in there. Pretty much all empties except the acid. So what I want to do is I want to be able to get that train on its way early. Of course, when it gets towards Mojave, I'm going to have to control it a little bit, but that's okay. way, Scott's got something to play with when we start. Okay, so we got that one. So these are the ones that Scott would need. We need that one for Trona. And then Hinkley. Coltrane. I don't know if who would be who here. Well, we'll start them off right away anyways, just to get them coming. Okay, so now that's the big supplies. LOP 53. Of course, I'm going to have to watch it when it comes up to Mojave and keep an eye on what's going on here. But at least that starts things out. So there's your first supply train, Scott. Nothing complicated. I don't have anything on the main line going yet, but I'll build that up. As well, make it somewhat interesting. Curious how long it takes to get a train up there. Which one? I like the Hinkley. Right. I guess, what are you saying about you got Toronto models or something, Scott, too? Yeah. You didn't answer my last question, so I can't remember what the question was, though. Here, I'll just let that go for that for a few minutes, and I won't be running too much longer, so I'll be saving this pretty soon, and then I'll try to figure out the spawn points as far as, I mean, all it is now is getting mainline trains in there. I would prefer to spawn my own schedule, which you can make it up, do whatever the hell you want with it. I'm going to try and look for the TD3 schedule if I still have it, but I'll do that off stream. But just give me a minute here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I bet you the empties train's gonna make it there first. Then I'm gonna wait for daylight before I, in the first session, to worry about doing anything as far as the rest. While that's going on, I've got about 30 minutes, so I might as well take a look and see if I can come up with some type of schedule. That doesn't work. Let me start with the closest thing I have. Now it says 2020 schedule. Okay, wait a minute, he's got everything. I was wrong about that. So he's got 329 trains in there, which pretty much includes everything. So what I'm going to have to do is something like called Barstow inspection. I'm not worried about that. So what I'll do is I'm going to sort it by, I'm going to sort this by time. And slowly go through and see what we've got. So we would be starting on a Sunday. Basically, I'm looking for what's coming out of an original subdivision and where it's going. This guy's coming. So I'm going to get rid of this departed time section here. I'm going to spawn a bar. I'm going to spawn bar rig if I can. Right behind this guy, actually. So let me see if I have what I have set up for Hinkley. Actually, go back for a second. I want to make sure. Okay. Okay. That should be westbound. We'll give him medium. So 0041. It's not tagged for any industries. Of course, we'll allow DPUs. So that's what we're gonna run it off of this, and then we'll figure out the rest of the stuff later. What time did I run that at? 42. So 42, not 24. Alright. Can't spawn him yet because there's a train in the way. And I know it says Seligman, but that's okay. I can spawn him whenever. Colton, no. San Bernardino, no. Yermo to West Colton, okay. It's the first one that comes out of UP Bakersfield. Holy crap. First train that comes out of UP is at 6 o'clock in the morning? Really? Oh, BNSF Bakersfield as well. I wonder if these guys are smart enough to overtake an auto. I don't think they are. But I could be surprised, you never know. Be kind of cool. But at least we got something going. That's all that matters. I can't even spawn that next train. Barstow Yard, Sligman. Minor Court. Oh, never mind. Okay. Sligman, you're wrong. UP to Fresno. That'll be the next. Is that LCBRB? You never know. That runs Mojave, but it doesn't run today. Back to the LA area. Sligman. So I'm just going through just to see how much of this schedule actually will impact us. LA. I didn't put the one that was picked. I should have. I missed that one. There's one that runs it but doesn't run today. Yes. Okay. Whoops. Why is it black? Just kind of weird. All right. Corridor, East Seligman, East LA, Yermo. East Okay, might be able to get V-chloric going. Maybe. Yeah, almost. Not yet. Oh, I think it's time to... Just call my son for a minute. Oh! Okay. I have me orders. Let's see what we got. Okay, now we can spawn that train. So eventually I'll put randomizers on here, but for now I'm just gonna run them whenever. So this is V-chloric. Actually, I think there's a way to copy a train, if I'm not mistaken. At least I thought there was. Yeah, there is. Where's V-chloric coming out of? Oh, it comes out of Seligman, huh? I don't know where he used to come out of before Seligman. Beatles, maybe? Might have been. Sometimes you can cheat by doing this, if I recall. Mixed freight, mixed intermodal. Oh yeah. Well, I guess you can't. I thought there was a way to copy them. Well, it's Kansas City anyways. don't even see it. It says needles, but I don't see it. Clothing. Okay, whatever. So that was spawned at 57 minutes after. Then the next one is at 1 o'clock, which I'll run. I'll go ahead and do that now. ZLCBRB. So I'll check something out here, see if there's any other. No, okay. Let's call it mixed interval. No, not mixed interval. Not mixed containers. We'll call it international. Just because. All right. ZLCBRB. I don't know what the BRB means, but whatever. Allows DPUs, everything else is okay. There we go. Well, I got 5 northbounds, but we got nothing coming down the other way, but by the time we get set up next Saturday, hopefully then that's going to be okay. 4:48 right now, that was spawned right at 1 o'clock. Sorry for not showing you all the scenery. That doesn't run today, everything else is going to be fine until whenever. I'm going to change that to RTS schedule. The other ones I'm going to possibly phase out, or hide at least. Anyways, I gotta order pizza. I don't know if I can do that on my thing here. Am I a guest? I'm not a guest. Yeah, 4th Avenue. As soon as possible, start your order. Sorry, guys. It's probably not much more to see. I probably could have ended the stream, but gotta order the pizza for Friday night here. Medium. One's for the X upstairs and one's for me. I hate that pepperoni crap. Where is it? Detroit style, Canadian. I want Canadian. One of those. And I think I can safely do this. Okay. Nothing like ordering on YouTube. Okay, give you some scenery for a bit. So the way I'm going to do the industries, actually I got to write down that number before I forget. Just give me a second here. Let's see. Get a pen or a pencil. Perfect. Yeah, I'll end this in about 7 minutes. So yeah, Yeah, setting up trains is not a big deal. The industries are usually predefined. Um, you can try them first and then play around with them later. Created the spawn point earlier, which was important for Highland because um, everything else, or not Highland, sorry. Uh, I get those two always mixed up. Hinckley, that's it. So the reason why Hinckley doesn't have a spawn point is because it assumes you're going to be using the entire thing. So you have to create a spawn point for Hinckley. And well, of course, this train coming up to Palmdale now. And you can use whatever schedule you like too. For the next train, I don't have until 1:40. That unit steel's not even going to be there, so it'll be till 2 o'clock in the morning, which is coming off of Seligman again. I don't know when the next one's going to come. Oh, here we go. LA area. Nope. I guess it would be this one, but of course that's not going to run because they don't have anything going that way. Oh yeah, I'm on the coal train, ain't I? I just realized I'm on BNSF. I'm not coming up to, I just realized I was on the BNSF, not the other one. So I'm on the coal train, yeah, that's right. I got a vehicle train behind me. I've got, and then down the other way, they're just spawning traffic, the one direction. When the latest is coming from the other way. I mean, there's some, but they don't run on Sunday, right? Mojave. That runs Mojave too, but of course that's got nothing on a Sunday. That'll be the first train I run east is at 3 o'clock. It's this one right here. Yep. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to save this. So save it as a world. We'll call it RTS 2020. RTS Mojave. I have to start putting the years for every time I try to do this again. There we go. And we'll exit the sim, and that'll be it. I'm going to get my pizza and enjoying the rest of the night. That's it for now, guys. So, anybody else in there? Oh, of course, everybody bounces in at the end. But that's it for now. Check the video when it posts on the thing. It's a little boring through here, to be quite honest, but we were able to get it set up at least and find a train list that we liked. And it doesn't matter what the times are or whatever, but you can just go with whatever. Anyways, that's all, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. We'll see ya.